Welcome back to Wheels for Drive. Today, we aren't just looking at another grocery getter. We're looking at what happens when Toyota's racing division gets its hands on the best-selling SUV in America. This is the first ever 2026 Toyota RAV4 GR Sport. Now, before we get into the nuts and bolts, ask yourself this. Can a family SUV actually be track-inspired? Or is it just a bunch of badges and stickers? Because for 2026, Toyota has moved the RAV4 to a 100% electrified lineup, and this GR Sport only comes as a plug-in hybrid. We have a lot to cover, from a massive horsepower bump to some controversial design choices. So let's find out if this thing is actually built to drive or just built to look good in the driveway. Let's start right here at the front, because the exterior styling is where you see the biggest departure from the standard RAV4. The first thing that catches your eye is this GR functional matrix grille. It's not just for show. It actually has active upper and lower bumper cooling ducts. This is designed to channel air and reduce drag, which is straight out of the Gazoo Racing playbook. However, I have to point out a potential downside here. While that piano black finish looks aggressive and premium when it's clean, anyone who has owned a car with gloss black exterior trim knows it is a magnet for dust, swirls, and stone chips. You are going to want to protect this front end immediately. Moving to the side profile, the stance has changed. This GR Sport features unique 20-inch black alloy wheels with a black pearl machined finish. They look fantastic, but here's the spec you need to know. They have an additional 20mm offset compared to a standard RAV4. That pushes the wheels out wider, filling the wheel wells better. Combined with the wide piano black overfenders, the overall width of the vehicle has actually increased by 1 inch. But here is where it gets tricky for some of you. These wheels come wrapped in Dunlop SportMax Summer Performance tires. Yes, summer tires on a RAV4. That is great for grip in July, but if you live anywhere with snow or ice, you are going to be spending extra money on a winter tire setup immediately. Also, look at the ride height. The GR Sport sits at 7.5 inches of ground clearance. Compare that to the Woodland grade, which is up at 8.5 inches. This is built for the street, not the trail. If you take this camping on rough terrain, you are going to have to be very careful with that front lip spoiler. Moving to the rear, we see a rear wing spoiler that is specific to this trim, designed for balanced downforce, and a new rear diffuser with a lower bumper valance. You also get the red painted brake calipers with the GR logo, which pop against those black wheels. It's a cohesive look, especially if you opt for the two-tone exterior with the black roof. Now, let's open the door and slide into the interior. Toyota has tried to balance comfort with that sporty vibe. You are greeted by Bryn Knob synthetic suede and Soft-Tech sport seats. They feature a black and red duotone perforation with the GR logo right on the headrests. The bolstering is wider here to keep you in place during spirited driving. I love the feel of the suede, but be warned, suede materials can be harder to clean than straight leather or Soft-Techs if you spill coffee or if the kids make a mess. The steering wheel is leather wrapped, heated, and features the GR logo, but the real treat for the driver is the paddle shifters. You also get aluminum sport pedals, which add a nice tactile feel. However, looking around the cabin, you are seeing a lot of that red stitching on the seats, the dash, the shift boot. It's very boy racer. If you prefer a subtle luxury look, this might feel a bit loud for you. Let's talk technology, because the 2026 model brings a major overhaul. Sitting in front of the driver is a standard 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. On the GR Sport, you get an exclusive GR startup screen, which is a cool touch. The display uses a light-absorbing matte finish to minimize glare, which is a huge plus because digital dashes can be unreadable in direct sunlight. In the center, you have the new 12.9-inch Toyota Audio Multimedia System. This was developed by Toyota's connected technology team in the US, and it includes a faster voice assistant. You can just say, "Hey Toyota," to control things. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is standard. But here is the bad news. A lot of the advanced connectivity features, like the cloud navigation or the traffic jam assist, require an active Drive Connect subscription after the 1-year trial. It's frustrating to buy a top-tier vehicle and still have to pay a monthly fee to keep all the features working long-term. Also, Toyota is launching the Arene software platform here. It's their new software-defined vehicle operating system. While this promises great updates in the future, being the first model year with a brand new software architecture can sometimes mean facing a few bugs early on. Now, let's get to the cargo and performance, because this is the heart of the GR Sport. Under the hood, we are looking at the 6th generation plug-in hybrid powertrain. This mates a 2.5-liter inline 4-cylinder engine with 2 electric motors up front and a dedicated rear electric motor. The numbers are impressive. We are talking about 324 net combined system horsepower. That is a massive jump, a 23% increase in power for the PHEV system. The gas engine alone puts out 172 pound-feet of torque, but the front electric motor adds 201 pound-feet, and the rear adds 91 pound-feet. This gives you all-wheel drive standard, but how does it handle? This isn't just a power bump. The GR Sport gets a GR-tuned suspension. They have retuned the front and rear coil springs and shock absorbers to be stiffer. They also added a rear suspension cross-member reinforcement and a front performance damper. This is going to make the car feel much flatter in corners and more responsive to your steering inputs. The downside? A stiffer suspension on 20-inch wheels with low-profile tires means you are going to feel the potholes. The ride quality will be firmer than a standard XLE or Limited, so make sure you are okay with that trade-off for the daily commute. For towing, the GR Sport is rated at 3,500 pounds, which is decent for a small crossover. You can haul a small trailer or a couple of jet skis, no problem. Now, what about efficiency? This is where the PHEV shines. Toyota estimates an all-electric driving range of 48 miles for the GR Sport. That is huge. You can do your entire daily commute without using a drop of gas. When you are in hybrid mode, you are looking at a manufacturer-estimated 37 miles per gallon combined. However, I have to mention a specific spec failure here. The GR Sport comes with a 7-kilowatt onboard charger. That will charge the battery from 10% to 80% in about 4 hours on a level 2 charger. But the XSE and Woodland PHEV grades get an 11-kilowatt charger that can do it in 30 minutes with DC fast charging capability. Why did the top-tier performance model get the slower charging hardware? That is a miss in my book. If you want the fastest charging, the GR Sport actually lags behind the XSE. Let's shift gears to safety. The 2026 RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense 4.0. This is their latest suite. It includes pre-collision with pedestrian detection, lane tracing assist, and a new proactive driving assist that provides gentle braking and steering support to maintain distance. The GR Sport also gets the 3D panoramic view monitor standard, which is incredibly helpful for parking since visibility out the rear of the RAV4 can be a bit tight due to those chunky pillars. So how much is this going to cost you? Toyota hasn't released the exact pricing for the PHEV models yet. They said that information is coming in the first half of 2026. However, we know the base hybrid starts in the low $30,000. Given that the GR Sport is a top-tier PHEV with exclusive performance parts, you can expect this to command a significant premium, likely pushing well into the high $40,000 or even low $50,000. Is it worth that kind of money for a RAV4? And that brings us to the end. The 2026 RAV4 GR Sport is a fascinating contradiction. It has the power of a sports car, the body of a family hauler, and the efficiency of a hybrid. You get 324 horsepower and 48 miles of EV range, but you sacrifice ride comfort and off-road clearance, and you get stuck with a slower charger than the other trims. What do you guys think? Does a performance SUV make sense to you? Or would you rather have the rugged Woodland edition and hit the trails? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because I really want to know if you think the GR badge belongs on a RAV4. Thanks for watching, and drive safe.